Hello, I'm Tom Green, back with another ElectricTV feature story. A construction site at full tilt can be a busy place. There are hundreds of workers from multiple crafts all working at the same time in the same space. Often this coordination dance isn't the easiest thing to scope out, and when a step is missed, it can throw everyone off beat. But thanks to a process called Building Information Modeling, or BIM for short, the NECA IBEW team is able to identify potential roadblocks very early so that down the line costly change orders are virtually eliminated. And that makes everyone happy, especially the customer who pays the bills. ElectricTV's Dominic Geritano has more from a BIM project just outside of Des Moines, Iowa.
Thanks, Tom. You know, you're right. Construction is full of change orders. And what happens usually is when an electrician gets the set of plans and goes to rough out a room, he finds there's something wrong with the plan. The receptacle isn't the right space or some other problem. So what he has to do is then go to his foreman. His foreman has to go to the electrical contractor. Electrical contractor has to go to the general contractor. General contractor has to go to the engineer. And then it has to filter back down right to that craftsman who, if he can identify problems earlier before those plans even get to him, it's going to save a lot of money and it's going to save a lot of time. By layman's definition, building information modeling is a three-dimensional computer model of an entire job. This digital set of prints includes not just the physical location of all installed electrical components, conduits, wires, junction boxes, receptacles, outlets, etc., but also the locations of the HVAC system and the plumbing pipes with insulation, the elevator shafts, and so on. In the past, every craft had their own set of plans. Coordination happened on the fly during installation. This created a situation where lost time and money was commonplace. Think of BIM as a virtual real estate agent, allocating digital space to exacting specifications so that no two trades claim the same piece of land during installation.
The thing with when you're using a Revit process or a BIM process is you create generally more RFIs, but the RFIs get shifted to the front end of the project. Where we see a discrepancy between an architectural plan and an electrical plan, we'll create an RFI and send it off to the general contractor and through the channels to get the answer. We've seen a shift in when that happens. Before it happened on the job site, and the RFI at the job site creates delays. We have to stop, pull back, wait for an answer, then go back into that space. It's cost everybody money at that point. If we can create an RFI before we get on site, we get the answer back and can continue with our schedule unabated. So it speeds up the whole process.
Our process for this project has been to meet about every 2 weeks. The project team will meet here on site and have the opportunity to kind of look ahead and plan at any areas. You know, we're not going to solve every little nitty-gritty conflict, but we can look at the big conflicts, the cable tray routing, the duct is too big, we can't run the pipe right here, that's where the duct needs to go.
This helps everyone, not just the electrical contractors and their IBEW crafts professionals, but every craft completes the job faster and more accurately. And accuracy on the job like this, a new hospital edition where power is critical to daily operations, the BIM process is a perfect fit.
So one of our first steps is to place all of the devices that we know are going to be in the building. So I've got views set up. This one has pretty much everything turned on. I have other views, just lighting, just power, same as you would have a lighting sheet, a power sheet, an auxiliary sheet in your construction document set. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and place all of those items into our model, so we have a sense of where they're going to be, how much room, what kind of issues we have already, and then we can plan our routing. I'm using Revit software to do this, and it can keep track of my circuiting and those kinds of things for me. So go ahead and select the power device. I can tell it what circuit it's going to be connected to, and then that device then knows, has that circuit number associated with it. So it's helpful in the planning process for me to know all those things. That gets put in. And kind of what you can do is you can set it up by phase. So right now, these are just the devices. Next step, we're going to go ahead and tie all the power together so we can route it back to the panel. So I have that conduit shown here. And I've got the same sort of deal in an elevation view that I can know exactly wall by wall what's going to be happening in that room.
To see the model at this stage of the game doesn't do justice to the hard work put in by the NECA IBEW team. It's a process in which bi-monthly meetings happen with all trades and the owners, led by NECA Contractor, Commonwealth Electric, and IBEW Local 347. It's a process where measuring meets remeasuring and coordination meets results.
To actually see the electrical and the mechanical and everything in its place gives us an idea if that's where we want it, or if we see a problem doing maintenance down the road. It's now is the time to be able to make those changes before it ends up costing us money.
The savings are huge. It's all about being more efficient at the site. And to the extent that we can do that, and we can lay out our conduits, simple things as running home runs underground, but being able to pinpoint exactly where that stub up has to come up to hit a 4-inch stud. Those are huge, but if we can get those dimensions correct, we can save time and money, schedule, and then be more efficient and get more jobs and be able to increase our market share.
And the electricians are singing the same tune.
I like it. I mean, I think it's great. To be honest with you, I haven't been involved with it much until this project. I've seen other jobs where other trades have done it for themselves. I think it's the way to go. I mean, it just helps to coordinate the elevations of all the different systems, and it works out great for the owner in the end, because then he's got a lot better map of what's actually up there in his ceiling.
That has to save a lot of time and headaches, and things seem to run smoother with this program in place, without question. Anything we can do up front that eliminates any conflict during the process has to help the owner, has to be a benefit to the owner.
And in this case, benefiting the owner means benefiting this community in Madison County, Iowa. Having a state-of-the-art hospital close to home, which this job will soon become, will certainly make an impact, just as the NECA IBEW team has with their BIM expertise. For ElectricTV.net, I'm Dominic Geritano. Tom, back to you.
Thanks, Dom. You know, BIM is applicable for all kinds of jobs in all kinds of cities. The only requirement, the desire to save time and money, something which any owner would like and something the NECA IBEW team can deliver. That's it for this edition. Forward this story to a friend, and we'll see you next time.